Coming back at you with this video on shipping. Folks, let me tell you a quick story. What happened to me this week? Last Monday, I shipped 3 boxes out to 3 different locations. And one location, the bird did not make it on time. And the reason for this video, I'm going to talk about the health of the bird. I'm going to talk about the box of the shipping that you use to ship the birds, and I'm going to talk about the nutrition, how you should prepare these birds before you send them, and what to expect from the post office when you run into a problem. So Monday I shipped these birds out. They were supposed to arrive at the location in Massachusetts. They did not make it on time. It was a 3-day ship, and ends up it took 4 days. From Monday evening to Friday late evening, about 5 o'clock or so, 4 o'clock, whatever it was, the gentleman received the birds. Now, in order to have the birds survive, when you run into a problem, you gotta have them healthy. You gotta have them nice, heavy, alert. You can see that they're shiny. The feathering is beautiful. They look very healthy. Now, when you're shipping birds, you have to make sure that if you're gonna ship the birds to a hot place, say in California, Texas, out west, then you gotta make sure that the birds are fed up properly. They have enough water in them to sustain in the event that it's hot weather and they don't make it. And what I do is I give my birds a couple things. When I go to ship, I've learned that you gotta have electrolytes in the water, vitamins in the water. So I give them some of this. I give them prebiotic, probiotic to have the florals in their crop up to date, healthy. And then I'm gonna make a suggestion out there. Because I ran into a problem, ideal pills. You throw 1 pill down their throat to give them that extra added supplement in the event that they run into some problems. And water is the key. Make sure that they're watered up when you send them. They're hydrated. So therefore you don't run into any problems having dead pigeons in a box. Overcrowding. If you overcrowd the box, you run into some problems. So in this case, because I only had sent 2 birds, 2 black pigeons like this, to a friend of mine up north in Massachusetts, I sent them to him in a live bird box. And when I sent them the birds, now this box has wood chips. I don't care for the wood chips because of the material, wood. I like to send them in this. Now I use this. This is basically shredded paper. You get your old bills, get a shredder, shred it, save it in a bag somewhere. So when you go to ship them, you have that available to you for bedding. The size of the box. 2 birds fit in here comfortably. You could probably squeeze another one 3. 4, it's a little tight. Anything more than 4, not good. Location. When you send the birds out, we cannot predict the weather. In this case, when I sent the birds out on Monday, the birds ended up stopping at a hub station in Tennessee. From what I gathered, the planes were down in Tennessee because of the ice storms that we're having. And no flights were going in or out. So that's why the birds stayed there at Tennessee, and they were in the box for 3 days. From Monday to Thursday. They stayed overnight. They should have been delivered already by Thursday to Massachusetts, and they never made it there on time at 6 p.m. like they said they would. So that extra day of no water, no feed, is a big part of survival. If the birds are not healthy, they won't survive. If they're healthy, you'll see them survive. The other part of this I want to touch on is the post office. When you're dealing with the post office and you have a delay in shipment, the first thing you have to do right away is contact the post office. Let them know that the birds were not delivered. Make them know that you are concerned about the birds, the live birds. They know that the birds are being shipped, but if you don't make someone aware to track them down and find out where these birds are, you may end up losing those birds. not only in shipping, but they will die in that box if they don't get to them as quickly as possible. You want to also make sure that when you call, you have your tracking number. Provide them with the tracking number. And on the box, when you ship them, you want to make sure you go ahead and post the number on the side. Name and number, who's supposed to get these birds. So if it's John Doe, put in there, or put on there, call John Doe. Provide that number. So when they see the box, they know who to call right away and get the owner of the pigeons to the post office as soon as possible to pick them up. Don't wait for the post office to deliver them to your door because it may be too late. 1 hour late, 2 hours late from when they arrive could be very detrimental to the bird. You want to get them in your hands as quick as possible. Insurance. When you insure these birds, you may want to consider the amount that you're going to insure the birds for. For example, on these tipplers here, if I sold you these tipplers for $50 a piece, that's $100 in birds plus the shipping in the box. You're going to get reimbursed for just up to $100 for the loss of the birds. But if these birds cost you more than that, and I sold you these birds for $300, you're going to be out $200. You follow me? So, big thing on the shipping cost is the shipping, the box, and then the added extra insurance that you can provide with the shipping. You can provide $100 to $200, is $2.45 extra from what the normal cost will cost to ship the birds out. Or for $2.45, you can get a little bit more back on your return. $200 to $300 if you say that these birds are being insured for $300. They cost you $300 plus the shipping. It'll only cost you $4.60 extra. So for $4.60 extra, if these birds cost you $300, you're covered. But if you don't do that and you go with the standard shipping of $100 insurance, that's all you're gonna get. It's $100 plus your shipping for being late. Folks, let's not make this rocket science. Put the time in. Do your research. Sometimes you can't predict. You cannot predict Mother Nature, the weather. So for hot places, you want to make sure they're hydrated. For cold places, you want to make sure they're fed up as far as feed, light feed, some type of added extra supplements that I put in the water and down their throat. The Ideal pills is a good one. So you can't send a bird with a full crop, but throw in a couple of those pills. That's an added extra supplement in the bird. Well, folks, like always, please like, share, and subscribe. I made this video because of a bad mishap that I experienced this past week. And for all those out there watching, I hope this video helps when you go to ship your birds. Peace.